Page 117. One more reading. Strand of Dharma Jewels. The perfections and compassion. Giving is the relinquishing of one's own possessions. Moral virtue involves promoting the benefit of others. Patience is liberating oneself from hatefulness. Vigor is the focus and cultivation of goodness. Meditative discipline involves bringing the mind to stillness. Wisdom is the comprehension of the genuine meaning. When the nature of one's relationships to all beings is a singular flavor of concern for the benefit, this is the compassion. Giving generates wealth and moral virtue. Brings happiness. Patience brings beauty and vigor generates flame and intensity. Meditation brings stillness and wisdom, generates liberation. Compassion produces every type of benefit. These 7 dharmas, each perfected collectively, bring about realization of the ultimate, the realm of inconceivable wisdom, and cause one to reach the Bhagavan positions on the 10 grounds. On 10 bodhisattva grounds. Just as in the small vehicle wherein one speaks of the stations of the Sarvaka disciples, so too it is in the great vehicle wherein the 10 grounds of the bodhisattvas are described. The first ground, the ground of joyfulness. The first of the ground is known as the ground of joyfulness. In it one experiences rare joy arising due to the utter destruction of the 3 fetters and due to being born into the family of the Buddhas. On account of the karmic reward specific to this ground, cultivation of perfection of giving manifests as foremost. In the words of 100 Buddhas, one becomes unshakable, one gains sovereign independence. Reigning over Jambudvipa and in the other continents, one becomes a wheel-turning universal monarch who constantly sets turning in the world. His precious wheel and the wheel of the Dharma. The second ground, the ground of non-defilement. The second is named the ground of stainlessness. In it, the karma of the body, mouth, and mind, and in all of these 10 different types becomes entirely pure. One becomes by one's very nature sovereignly independent. On account of the karmic reward specific to this ground, cultivation of the perfection of moral virtue manifests as foremost. In the words of 1,000 Buddhas, one becomes unshakable and gains sovereign independence. One may manifest as a rishi or a sakara devananindra, with the ability to read oneself with the desire of the gods. One becomes such as the heavenly demons and non-Buddhists are entirely unable to move. The third ground, the ground of illumination. The third is named the ground of illumination, where one generates the brilliant light of quiescent wisdom through meditative absorption and spiritual powers. One destroys the illusions associated with the desire and hatred. On account of the karmic reward specific to this ground, cultivation of the perfection of patience manifests foremost. In the words of myriad Buddhas, one becomes unshakable and gains sovereign independence. One may manifest as the emperor of the Yama heaven, destroying the habitual inclination to a view of the body of a self. As for the attachments of all teachers of error reading traditions, one is able to refute them and able to set forth correct teachings. The fourth ground, the ground of flaming intelligence. The fourth ground is named the ground of flaming intelligence. In it, the flaming light of the fire of wisdom is generated. On account of the karmic reward specific to this ground, cultivation of the perfection of vigor manifests as foremost. One devotes much cultivation to the components of the path. For the sake of destroying the illusion during the path, one becomes lord of Dusita heaven and does away with the views and austerities of non-Buddhists. Through gaining sovereign independence and the ability to be born through all the Buddha lands of the 10 directions, one comes and goes without obstruction. The remaining ideas accord with those noted on previous grounds. The fifth ground, the ground of being difficult to overcome. The fifth ground is the ground of being difficult to overcome. Neither demons nor 2 vehicles or advocates can reach it. As for the extremely subtle meaning of the truths of the Aryas, it is generated through realized perception. On account of the karmic reward specific to this ground, cultivation of the perfection of meditation manifests as foremost. One becomes the lord of creation of bliss heaven and turns 2 vehicles practitioners toward the great vehicle. That's it. Just a small reading of the Strand of Dharma Jewels, page 120.